Right, we should be live. Right, guys, welcome to a testimonial from one of my clients, Chris White, who is joining me live from Thailand at one of his property shows, as you can see.
Hello, buddy.
He's going to give us some insight to what he was previously struggling with, before our 12-week program, the Bulletproof Project, how he overcome his obstacles, and then the results he's getting, of course, in the 12 weeks. So if you want to give a quick introduction, Chris, so people know who you are and what you're about, and give yourself a quick plug if you want to.
So my name's Chris White. I saw one of Chris's posts and it really just hit me really strong. It was one of your Facebook posts. I think you were sat on the beach and you just put, are you struggling with this? Are you struggling with that? And, you know, we've all just been through a really difficult time with COVID. And one of the things that kind of got me was I realized I wasn't putting myself first. I'd put on a lot of weight. I'd become still really ambitious, but I'd become a little bit nervous about things. And, you know, after our first little introductory chat, which lasted, I think, only 7 minutes. I was rushing to get a plane at the time. I don't know if you remember. And I was instantly sold on the idea. And I thought, you know, I could really get on well with you. And not only just with health, but with business. I mean, the only reason I'm here in Thailand now doing this 7-day property show, 12 hours a day, is because I did that 12-week program. So, so thank you very much, Chris. I mean, I was struggling before, and you know, our weekly calls, I'd look forward to them. As soon as I finished that weekly call, that 1 hour call, I mean, some of them would be 45 minutes, some of them an hour and a half, depending on what we had to go through. You know, it wasn't exactly what I was expecting. I thought you'd be telling me off every day. And so full of energy now, really happy. Putting myself first. So putting yourself first so then you can help others. That's a really important thing. That's my biggest takeaway from this. You know, so like the family's now in Phuket. They're going to elephant sanctuaries, water parks. I'm here at this property exhibition, selling properties to spin around, show you everything. So yeah, this is only day one, full of energy, and just ready and rearing to go.
Amazing. I can feel the energy coming from you. So can you give a bit of context, like what your previous diet was looking like? And obviously you're drinking occasionally most nights as well. Can you give a bit of context behind that?
Yeah, so I think I got into the routine of, again, not putting myself first. So I'd go more for convenience food. If I'm honest, I should understand food more than anybody because I used to be a chef, you know, but that was like 20 years ago when I was 20. But it was just some little bits of advice that you gave me, like, you know, eating eggs in the morning, you know, instead of having a bowl of sugary cereal or a bacon sandwich. And it's still okay to have them little treats every now and again. And putting things in my mind, like the amount of steps to take a day. You know, I've never bothered with anything like that. And I remember, I think it was about the 9th week when I smashed 130,000 steps in a week, and I just felt so proud of myself. I think my record day was like 38,000 steps, so that was really good. But yeah, my diet before was very poor. It was rushed. I was always into a little bit of fasting before. Now I understand it a little bit more. I understand, well, basically I understand a lot more about my diet, what I should be putting in my body, the drinking. You know, the one thing that really surprised me was, you know, remember you saying, Chris, don't drink so much beer. Have, you know, some white spirits instead, or, you know, some fruit juices. And, you know, I was never a sugary drinker anyway, but just some little things just really help.
Did you ever feel like you were on a restricted diet?
No, never. No, I mean, it would make you sit in a restaurant and make two choices. You know, like last night I went for some food. I had chicken, and you had the choice between a baked potato, or French fries. Normally, I would have chose the French fries, you know, and gone for the easy option and thought, well, I'm going to burn it off tomorrow because I'm going to be at the show. I went, no, baked potato, and can I add some vegetables to that as well? So I chose a small piece of chicken, lots of vegetables. I want a double portion. And of course, in Thailand, everything's very inexpensive and very fresh, and no drinking because it's a Buddhist holiday. So plenty of water. I mean, the other big thing that I really got from this, I was always drinking what I thought was lots of water. Increasing my water intake has increased my energy levels. It's made my skin look better, feel better. Yeah, I just feel a lot better. And the compliments you get from people is always nice.
One thing we didn't post in your wins was you climbed a mountain from no activity to climbing a mountain. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so one of the things was just before I signed up here, I'd won a free trip, very lucky. I'd won a free trip. It's through a bank and a charity called UCI based in Portugal. They help a lot of orphanages out I've been with them to Kenya before. And this particular trip was to go to Peru. And it's something that was never on my bucket list, if I'm honest. And to climb Machu Picchu, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. And I thought, oh my God, it's going to be 7 days of walking. Am I going to be able to keep up? You know, there'll be a mixed age group. It's with 100 people. And I absolutely smashed it. I had no worries in the end. Yeah, and you give me a calming effect. Like I arrived in Machu Picchu. Well, I arrived in Cusco. My suitcase didn't arrive. I ran out, got some clothes. I said to the guy, yeah, I'm normally a 36 waist. He said, no. And he got me into 33 inch waist jeans, which was really good. So yeah, so notice the energy levels are up. I'm up earlier. I'm sleeping better. So yeah, really good. So thank you.
You're welcome. So what kind of impacts has had on your business and family life? 12 weeks, no, it's about 14 weeks later now, obviously. So.
Yeah. I mean, business life, to be honest, I've taken a step backwards and a step forward. So before, I mean, I run a company, it's got 50 members of staff based in Portugal. We sell properties, rent properties, we do mortgages, we do rentals, we do currency exchange. So there's a lot of moving parts. And I'd made somebody the CEO, someone who's very dear to my heart, a lady called Angela. But I wasn't letting go. And I wasn't giving her full control.
Yeah, that was a big one. Yeah.
That was a big one. And I felt like I was going to become useless if I let go. You know, 41, I'm gonna, you know, it sounds like the dream. I'm going to retire at 41 and just let her run the business. It actually changed everything. So I let go of the business and I'm doing the stuff I love, which is I'm doing developer deals. So I've been out, I met with 5 different developers. I won 2 of the contracts already where we agreed to sell a certain amount of products. We put, excuse my French, our asses on the line and we say, look, we're going to sell 10 of your properties in the next month, but we need to offer a discount to our clients. And it's really made me push forward with the marketing. So, and I've done that with some really big groups, got some deals together. We went from having only 350 properties for sale to right now we're back up to about 500 properties for sale. And this year we're going to add another 350 properties to that. Wow. So, and the end user gets they get a great deal. We just had one client, she brought from us 2 years ago for 480. She's just resold her property for 700,000 euros.
Wow, Portugal's just the minute, isn't it?
Yeah. So that's why it's good if we can negotiate these off-plan deals for our US clients, our English clients, our Irish clients, and now our Thai clients. So it's given me massive confidence to walk into a meeting.
Just take an action.
Yeah, and Ant's seen his developers for 2 years, and they're like, Chris, you look full of energy. You know, you're looking really well. It's like, yeah, working hard, getting ready to go to Thailand. This year, we're going to do America. We're going to do Mexico. We're going to be back in the UK. So there's loads going on.
So just to add to this, obviously you can tell Chris's lifestyle, his lifestyle is constantly on the go, traveling from country to country to country. I've never worked with someone who's constantly on the go as you. So how did you adapt in those situations? Because maybe others can relate, from driving business to business meeting, etc.
Yeah, I mean, the simple way would be, because I live in the Algarve, so getting on the plane from Faro would be, normally I would go to, like, there's 3 different restaurants in Faro, and there's Burger King, Subway, or Pizza. Or there's this little Portuguese stand, and they make beautiful salads. So I'd grab one of them on the plane, eat a banana. Most of the time, you know me, I'm a bit of a breakfast skipper. I love fasting.
Yeah.
So I really like that idea that you gave me. Like, now it's 4 p.m. and I haven't eaten yet, and I still feel fantastic. Fairly late, energy's through the roof. You know, so I am ready for food. I am getting hungry, I can tell you the truth now.
Yeah.
And I will go and eat something nice and healthy. But it just makes you, it's that 2 millimeter change. So it's not big changes like I expected. Like, I kind of expected you to be on Zoom in the gym with me going, come on, give me another 10 press-ups. It's not that about that. Yeah. I think 90% of what we've done has been diet, which has just been pure information. And I think the big one for me has been being held accountable for that as well.
Yeah. So changing your behaviors around nutrition, steps, has changed your mindset, which has impacted your business. It's just a domino effect, isn't it? And it all starts from focusing on you, which most men do not do. Let's be honest.
No. I mean, yeah, and I kind of thought, well, if my missus can go to the hairdressers and spend 2 hours there, I can afford to go to the beachfront. I live in a beautiful place. Go to the beachfront and walk for 2 hours along the beachfront. And just that walk, the first 10 minutes, I'm a bit like, but then after 10 minutes, put my headphones in, music on, you know, listen to some good songs. By the time I finish the 2 hour walk, I've got some great business ideas, some ways to move forward. I feel healthier. Then the kids come home from school, I'm full of energy, go on the trampoline with them, jump in the pool with them.
There you
so
go.
It's just improved all round.
Awesome. Oh, I love to hear it. So what would your final words of advice be to anybody who's sitting on the fence, been watching my stuff for a while and like, should I ask Chris for help? Like, what would your advice be?
Well, I still remember, I remember we had that 7-minute phone call, and I wanted to do it, but I was on the way to somewhere. And I think then we spoke a week later. I always remember I'd driven down to the beach, and I had a conversation with you in my car, and we had a conversation. You said, look, it's a 12-week program. If you don't hit these goals, I will carry on talking to you. You know, and this is what it cost. Yeah, said, continue talking to you. You will do this. And it gave me so much confidence. And I went, yeah. And you went, okay. Let's just do it. And do you agree? And I went, yeah, I agree. Okay, pay me, paid you. And I was nervous, do you remember? And I said, what if I pay you and you run away?
Yeah,
and I feel embarrassed. I feel embarrassed about that. And you said, that's the first time I've ever been asked that.
I didn't know what to say.
So I do apologize. But yeah, and then signed up. And I remember getting out the car after signing up with you. You said, right, our first call's this Friday, 2 p.m. And I straight away went for a walk and walked up and down the beach for 20 minutes and thought, okay, we're in. Let's do it.
I've got help. Now I know what I'm doing. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I always remember, I think it was about week 7. and I'd been to see my two brothers in the UK. I hadn't had a healthy week. I had been on the lash, not been eating healthy, and my weight had increased. And I dreaded that phone call with you. And you just went, no, let's bring it back round. Let's get back onto the routine. And it went down again. And I thought, brilliant. Yeah, expected to tell enough.
That's what I like, you know. So
yeah,
we're always going to have a few drinks with our brothers, with our friends. So what's the point in eliminating these things? It's just about moderation and accepting and owning them kind of situations. Like, yeah, I'm with my brothers, we're going to have a good time. And then we get straight back on it the next day, really, you know. So yeah, right. I think we've covered some very valuable things for anybody tuning in.
Yeah, I mean, just to give an example, I mean, normally I would go to a Tony Robbins event and do something similar to this. And the events are, you know, upwards of $10,000. So it's definitely $10,000 worth, or, you know, £9,000 worth of value that you've given me. So thank you very much.
And it's not that much for anybody who's tuning in. For me anyway, you know what I mean? Yeah, this has been Chris White's Bulletproof Project testimonial. I hope you go and smash these property deals, ideal homes. If anybody's thinking about moving to Portugal or wants to invest, get in touch with Chris White, because he is the leading estate agent in Portugal.
Cheers, buddy. And thank you again. Really appreciate it.
All right, we'll keep in touch, mate. Catch you later.
See you soon. Bye-bye. Bye.